Hey, welcome to episode 3 of the 7-11 series. In this episode, we'll be doing the cross edges, which are probably Yao's hardest step. So I firstly want to mention things about color neutrality, and since your cross color has to be decided in this step, I have some things that you should think about. Yes, I personally feel that being comfortable with solving your cross on two colors is very important in becoming fast with 4x4. There are people who are color neutral, completely color neutral on 4x4, such as Bill Wang, I think. And he's pretty fast at 4x4, so it's definitely viable to be fully color neutral on 4x4. However, I don't know of any fast 4x4 solvers who only stick to one color. And yeah, and that's why and from my own experience, you should be able to switch comfortably between the two colors and not really have one primary color. You can have a default color just to switch to white if you can't find anything after once you're done with your first two centers. But being able to switch comfortably is very important. The problem that I feel with complete color neutrality on 4x4 is that you have to spend a lot of time to make sure that your color scheme is really solidly memorized. And since you have 6 color schemes, or 3 and 3 inverse color schemes to memorize, it's quite a lot of work that maybe you don't really want to put in. And so being comfortable with 2 is a good compromise between flexibility and steadiness in your solves. That being said, it's obviously very important to make sure that you have your color scheme down for 4x4, especially because on 4x4 you have to use your color scheme twice in every solve. Once in your cross edges, and then when you solve your centers, your last 4 centers again, you have to use your color scheme. And you don't want to waste time having to know that after green is here, like where does red go? Does it go here or here? And yeah, you don't really want to be spending that kind of time in a solve to figure that kind of stuff out. The biggest reason why this is Yao's hardest step is probably because there are very few pieces solved already. You just have 8 pieces or 8 center pieces done, and you have nothing else. And all your cross pieces could be anywhere and like split across the cube in like every position. And so it's up to you to be able to find your pieces efficiently. And the way to do that is to slow down your turning from after you complete your first 2 centers. Just slow them down just a bit to make sure that when you solve your first 3 edges, they are smooth and you don't have pauses in between each edge. Also, it might be good to know some optimal solutions for bad cases that you can get. So things such as this, you can do like this, and it puts it in quite nicely. And also, I think it's much better to solve your cross edges on the M layer instead of turning it around and pairing your edges like this, because I find that much too awkward, and the finger tricks are much nicer if you have them on the M layer instead. Yeah, so this more or less concludes the 3rd episode in this series, and as always, if you have any questions, leave them down in the comments and I'll try to respond to them as quickly as possible. Yeah, thanks for watching.